my rig.
You hear that?
Take it in the shop again.
There ain't nobody gonna do it for you. You got to find your own.
Mississippi! Welcome to Illinois. Just crossed the Mississippi. Again. So today is one of those days on the road. It's 4th of July. There's going to be thunderstorms and a heat wave. What does a nomad who doesn't like noise and crowds do? I've spent hours and hours and hours scouring aerial maps and iOverlander sign. And weather forecasts, because if I'm on Lake Superior, it's going to be cooler. The problem with being on Lake Superior is that I'm going to be in like Chicago proper, a lot of big cities, and I don't want to drive too far out of my way. I mean, I could go further north, but then I'm going way out of my way, and temperatures are at least 5 degrees, maybe 10 degrees cooler on the shores of Lake Superior. I don't know. I still don't know what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go. Of course, I'm thinking no campgrounds on 4th of July. I might end up in another hotel. I don't know what I was thinking when I booked the hotel the last 2 nights. Again, I was just kind of going round and round and round and round in my head on logistics and planning. And finally I was like, you know what? I don't have to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I can work earlier in the week and get it done and hit the road and just drive. And I was like, yeah, let's just do that, without fully thinking through, oh, well, you know what? No. Okay, that's not true. I was like, yeah, I'll drive on 4th of July. Perfect. Miss all the festivities and drive on 4th of July. What I didn't count on was this heat wave. Crazy ass heat wave. Even a week ago, or a few days ago, the temperatures weren't as bad as they are now. 89 degrees. In this humidity, I can't do that in my RV without air conditioning. Anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I don't even know if I could get a campground reservation at this point. I'm not going to stay on 80. I'm going to go down Highway 6, partly because I don't want to pay the ridiculous tolls. Why? There are also camping options on, I think, the Ohio Turnpike. You can just pull off and pay $20, and they even have hookups. I might do that. The problem is you're on a turnpike. It's going to be freaking noisy. But I don't know. At this point, I'm just going to drive. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8:30 in the morning. I just left the hotel. And I'll figure it out when I get there. That's how it goes some days. Yeah. Remember how I keep telling you I keep losing dash cam footage? So I think what is happening, I save videos on my dash cam as I'm driving, and I don't take them off the card every night, because I feel like if they're saved on the card, they're going to be saved on the card. The regular stuff is saved in a separate folder. All the driving I do, it constantly records, and it just loops and erases. But I figured if I actually save the video, it's going to stay there forever, no matter what. Like, that section can't get full. The looping session will just get a little smaller, right? I think what's happening is I think my videos, I think that folder does overwrite, because I was editing yesterday and I'm missing footage again, and I know I searched everywhere, all my folders, all my SD cards, all my hard drives, and it's not there. And I know I didn't delete it this time. Last time I thought maybe I deleted it. But I think that's what's happening. So if you're going to use the Viofo, it's a great dash cam. I love it. It's not meant for people like me. It's not meant for creators, for saving files. It's meant to record accidents and anything on the road that you might need. I just happen to be using it for footage. But if you're going to use it for footage, if you're a YouTuber and you need that footage, you're going to need to either change out the card every day, or depending on how much you use it, I think that's what I need to start doing, or just take the card out and download it onto the computer every night. And here's the issue with that. You know, I record in 4K, and the reason I don't put my files on my computer every day is because I'm constantly managing files on my computer, because I've got huge files, gigs and gigs and gigs of video files, and my memory on my computer can only, I don't even know what it is, a terabyte maybe, but I go through that pretty quick. And I've got hard drives. It just gets really messy. So that's why I don't load everything at the end of the day onto my computer, because I'll run out of space, and then I got to load everything onto a hard drive, and then I got to load it back when I need to edit. There's a little insight into creator life. But if you're a creator, just know that about the dash cam. You need to, just because you save a file doesn't mean it's not going to be overwritten when it runs out of space. Yeah, and I forgot to take this card out last night. I meant to do it. You know, when I stopped for second coffee, that's melted. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to Illinois. And one of the things I did do last night is look to stay at the hotel another night, but the price had gone up to $264 a night. I already paid $200 a night with the dog fee, and I was just like, I can't. I can't spend that much money on a hotel. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna splurge, and I'm really loving Holiday Inn. They're so pet friendly. I love they're amazing, and it's comfortable. I'm really enjoying the Holiday Inn stays, but I just couldn't justify another $264. So I decided just to hit the road. But yeah, Holiday Inn, very pet friendly for those of you who travel with the dogs, and having that door that goes right outside from the room, it's just so nice. And it was hot and stormy yesterday. It was the right thing to do.
Body. You can't blame them. They think that stinks, and so will I.
Change of plans again. The reason I was going to take Highway 6 instead of 80 and the turnpike coming up is because there was supposed to be some really, really nasty weather today. Some extreme storms with hail and wind and heavy rain. And I was thinking, you know, it was going to be on and off. And I was thinking I would rather be on a country road than on a busy interstate if I lost visibility. But now that seems to have gone away. It was another reason I hit the road today. You can't rely on the weather forecast that far in advance. It changes constantly. And now, for where I'm at right now, about an hour out of Chicago, I'm not seeing any bad weather until like 2 or 3. So I'm going to go ahead and just stay on the turnpike and go as far as I can. I'm not on the turnpike yet. I'm on 80 still. But I'm just going to go as far as I can and keep an eye on the weather forecast. And, you know, it's going to change too the further east I travel for the different microclimates. But I'm sharing all this with you because I talked a little while ago, people don't realize how much planning goes into this life because we don't really talk about it a lot. But this is a really good day to show. It's instant, it's minute by minute, minute by minute, hour by hour, constantly planning, looking at logistics, especially today. Today's kind of a hyper example of daily life as a full-time RVer. Whoa. Pay online. Here we go with the fucking toll roads. Pay online. Open road tolling. I toll highway, I think it said. By toll highway, I think it said. I hate these. This is so stupid. The first time I came through these toll roads, I made the mistake of not paying close enough attention, and I ended up 7 months later picking up my mail and getting hit with late fees for these tolls. Now, I didn't even realize it, but I have all of the states, Indiana, Ohio, all of the states, registered. I have registered them, and I have my license plate registered, so when I go through them, they are now automatically deducting the tolls. I used to love 4th of July. I hate it now. That's one big change of RV life. I freaking hate it. Although the last 10 years of I've been living in an RV for 10 years, and for 10 years I haven't really felt like there's much to celebrate. Okay. Ah. I thought it was just a house doing them. Pretty impressive, big ones. How you doing? Where are you? She's up front looking. Want to go bed? You want to go lay down? Want to go lay down? You're doing okay. You're doing good. I'll tell you where I am tomorrow morning. Any guesses? I'm going to bed. I'll tell you where I am tomorrow. Wherever I am, I need to make sure I get a good night's sleep because I have a long drive and I don't think it's going to be quiet. And you know, nothing was working for my sleep until I tried Beam. With all the things I tried, I was still laying in bed for hours trying to go to sleep. I was waking up a whole bunch. And with the natural ingredients like reishi, magnesium, L-theanine, melatonin, you can also get it without melatonin, apigenin, I'm falling asleep faster and I'm staying asleep, which is a huge difference. I can't believe how good it is. My favorite is the chocolate peanut butter, because who doesn't love chocolate peanut butter? But they also sent me some samples of their brownie batter, which is their best seller, and that's really good too. Well, that did the trick. I am feeling really sleepy. Even with everything that's going on out there, I don't think I'm going to have any trouble sleeping tonight. So if you are having problems falling asleep, or you're not staying asleep, or you're just waking up in the morning feeling exhausted, I highly recommend trying Dream Sleep Powder by Beam. It's really helped me out a lot. And you're going to be able to save up to 43% site-wide by using my discount code RVLIFE, clicking the link in the video description below, or scanning that QR code right there. Thank you, Dream Sleep Powder, for sponsoring today's video. I'll tell you this, I thought I was someplace where I wouldn't have to worry about fireworks. Boy, was I wrong. Yeah, I know. I know. What? I know. What is all that? You want to look out the window? You can look out the window. Oh my God, those are big fireworks. Whoa. Oh, geez. That's smart. I opened the door, it's coming straight in. Oh, that woke me up. Well, anyway, I was going to film outside this morning. Welcome to the Ohio Turnpike. This is the storm I expected yesterday. This isn't going to be fun. I don't want to drive in this. Let me look at the weather or see what is going on. So the Ohio Turnpike, which I don't usually take turnpikes. I'm not a fan, but it was 2 hours longer to not take the turnpike. That's more gas than the turnpike costs. But it's not about the cost, it's the principle. Like, I pay taxes, why do I have to pay extra money to drive on roads? But anyway, this year I'm like, I don't care, I just want to go. But they have these rest areas, and some of them have RV spots, so I have electricity. And they have dump for free, and water for free, and garbage. But it's $20 to camp just one night. You can only camp one night. And it's got hookups. So I've run my air conditioning all night, which was good white noise against the turnpike noise. Because that's usually my main concern, is the turnpike is right there. So a lot of traffic all night. But I ran my air conditioner all night. I had it set at 72, and it went on and off all night. It's on now. And so I got a pretty decent night's sleep. Alright, and woke up to this. Let's see when it's going to stop. Sadie doesn't want to go out in this. Yeah. It's nasty. This is insane. Look at this. Whoa. One weather app says it's going to stop at 10. Another one says it's going to rain like this. Well, it's going to rain all day. I don't understand how they're all so wrong. I guess when you defund everything and gut every public service, that happens. So I guess we'll just wait a minute and see. The worst of it on one app says now. A 1/10 of an inch of rain. Which is crazy. We've already, I mean, this is like torrential. Yeah, look at this. Tenth of an inch my ass. Huh, look it. Meant to check the radar before I left. It stopped raining, so I filled up my water and left. And I meant to check the radar. I think I'm driving right into it. That's okay. Hopefully I'll drive right out of it.
Debbie presses me. Not really. I avoid Debbie's eyes, and Debbie makes a sour face the way she always does when she mentions our daughter's boyfriend. I have to admit, I don't think much of the kid either, but I realize my opinion won't mean much to Lexi. So anyway, she says, go out and get something greasy. I'll hold them for you. My shoulders sag. It's becoming harder and harder
Video
to come up with
protected.
excuses to slip out in the evening.
That scared me.
Do you want me to bring you back anything? She tilts her head thoughtfully, and she looks cold guilt.
That scared
I
me.
wouldn't never say no to French fries. You got it. And
This is ridiculous. It's gonna do this for the next 24 hours. Otherwise, I'd pull over. But I don't feel like just sitting in one place in the rain for 2 days. I'm getting frustrated. I'm on Lake Erie. Wow, it is bad. Sadie has to poop. She hasn't pooped yet today, and I can tell by the way she's restless in her seat. But every time I stop to let her out, she won't. She'll stand there in the rain like this, and I don't have an umbrella for some reason. I used to. This has been frustrating. These are the days that are not fun. Finally drove out of the rain. Oh my gosh, what a day. Medina, New York is a historic Erie Canal village incorporated on March 3rd, 1832. I didn't go see the canal on this trip, but I have seen it on other trips, and I'll link some of those videos below. Medina is most famous for its sandstone.
The light, turn right onto New York 31 East, East Center Street.
Oh, shoot, here? Local quarries produced high-grade stone used in structures across North America and Europe, including parts of grand buildings and local curbs.
If one of us does something wrong, that's a reflection on the entire fraternity. If the other brothers knew Hutch was doing something wrong, they would have covered it up. They wouldn't want his actions to reflect badly on all of them. A fraternity could have their charter revoked.
Last day of my road trip. Let me turn off the air conditioner. It's 74 degrees in here, but I'm plugged in, so I'm like, why not? Alright. The new air conditioner has been running great. I've been using it every time I'm plugged in. I've been using it a lot. Today's Monday. I left Wyoming last Tuesday. I can't believe it. I keep having to look at my phone to look at my video to be like, did I really drive that fast? Is that what I did? 5 days. That might be a record, but it's just been too hot to lollygag. Because I'm not boondocking, and I mean, it's not like I want to stay 4 days in a campground. Snake River, I stayed for 2 or 3 nights so I could work. No, really? That makes it even crazier. I think I stayed at Snake River 2 nights. I stayed in a hotel 2 nights. That seems impossible, but it's true. June 30th, and today's July 6th. I looked at my video, and it was June 30th. Yep, June 30th that I went to the mechanic in Wyoming. Oh my gosh. So I'm in a state park just north of Buffalo, northeast of Buffalo. I was heading to a county park a county park or a local park that I could boondock at. I got there at like 6:30 last night after that crazy day of driving in the rain. Finally cleared up around 3. But I got there and I figured Sunday after the 4th of July, there wouldn't be a lot of people there, but it's right on the lake, and it was packed. Kids and families, and I didn't want to pull in and sleep and pull in my RV. I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. So, went back, plan B, looked at Overlander, and not even 15 minutes down the road, there was a state park. So, huge state park. Here's something cool. Kinda. Well, this isn't cool. My idea is cooler. They have 5 big loops here. It's right on right on Lake Ontario. We're gonna go see it in a minute when I make my coffee. We're right on Lake Ontario. They have 3 loops, no dogs, and then they have 2 or 3 loops that they do allow dogs. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's cool. You know what they should do? What I want more people to start doing? I want a loop for 55 and older only. Wouldn't that be cool? I mean, if they're going to start segregating dog lovers, dog families, and non-dog families, can we have 55 and over loops, please? And no lights? My neighbors, the blue lights around the rig at first, I was like, you know what? I can live with that. They literally came out at like 10 o'clock and put on this super bright spotlight, like on the front of their trailer, and it was on all night. So, 55 and over, if you're going to have a big enough campground where you're going to have 5 loops, you can do 2 no dogs, and 55 and older, and no lights. So, what do you think of that? I think at least 55 and older. I mean, the lights are annoying. I have to close my curtains. Whatever. That's fine. I just still... I've seen a lot of debates on Facebook about outdoor lights. And the people who love their outdoor lights defend them. I don't get it. You're sleeping. Turn them off. You're not going outside anymore. Turn them off. The ones under the RVs, like I said, I understand. People do that for mice. But I should have taken a picture last night. But I was like, I'm not going to complain. But when I wake up in the morning before my coffee, I can complain. So, yeah, let's go check out the lake before we go. I don't have too long of a drive today. I have to go into Rochester to pick up a new computer. Because my stupid computer that I just bought a couple of years ago, my Alienware, is crap. And I've got screen issues and the fan. And I could get it fixed, but it crashes every editing session. My editor crashes several times. And I think it's a CPU issue with this computer. I've never been happy with it. So I've been doing a lot of research, and I found an Asus ProArt P16 and the 2 terabyte SSD card. This is for geeks. And 64 gigs of RAM and something 5070 NVIDIA 5070 graphics card. I've been doing a ton of research, and whether I use ChatGPT or whether I use Gemini or whether I use any other search engine, if I enter everything I need for my Power Director, which is my editing software, and the durability I need for living in an RV with the dust and everything, the Asus kept coming up. And there's another version that's $4,000 that has 4 terabytes, and I was like, I am not paying $4,000. So the 2 terabyte one is more reasonable, but they're sold out everywhere. And I've been keeping my eye out every day for something, and I finally found at Best Buy one that has been returned and refurbished. You know, they factory reset and everything, and it's here in Rochester, and I got a good deal on it, and it's Geek Squad. I like Geek Squad. I've had really good luck with stuff through Best Buy. I usually prefer to buy stuff at Best Buy and buy their protection plan, cameras and stuff like that, because then I can just take it in when I break it. Not if, when. It's just a matter of when. Have you seen my RV? But anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. I'm like, oh man, I don't think I have enough. I gotta boil more water. But let's go for a walk and go see the lake. That's my plan. And then just gonna hang out and relax with my mom for a while. Yeah. Sounds like the ocean. So, oh, look at the bugs. I'm at Lakeside State Park. Wow, you can really hear the waves. It smells good. D is for dog. Not really, but D loop is for dogs. E loop over there is for dogs. Nice campground. I meant to take another picture. I didn't take a really good picture of my site, but it was in the trees. I barely had enough sky for Starlink. I thought I had a cell signal here, but I didn't. And even when I did, it was in Canada, so I couldn't use it for mobile hotspot because they were going to charge me. I looked up a way to change it. I guess I could change it, but I just put my Starlink out. And at the end of my driveway, I had enough. You hear that? Do you hear that? That does not sound good. Yeah, something's... So, this is F loop, I think, another dog loop. Boy, I gotta tell you, of all the dog loops, D is the best. The rest, E, I walked out E last night, and it looked like this, too. Hey, pretty dog. Wide open, which is good for Starlink. Wide open for Starlink, no shade, though. If you want shade, you're not gonna get it out here. But yeah, pretty much all the sites in D-Loop had shade, which was nice in the hot, humid summer. New York State parks are pretty nice. Something's going on with my rig. I'm starting to think it's the transmission. I don't know, you hear that? My wheel bearings were checked. It shouldn't be wheel bearings, but something's like clunking, grinding. I guess, I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Let me just get to my mom's. Take it in the shop again. So.
Well, that was fun. Can you hear it? You know, maybe it is a wheel issue. You know, I've been thinking it might be like a transmission grinding sound, but now it sounds like an axle. It sounds like something churning in the axle. Maybe it is a wheel bearing. I don't freaking know. Alright. You can really hear it though. Well, will I make it to my mom's or will I break down on the way? Find out next week as the story of my mystery issues with my RV continues. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoy my videos, hit the thumbs up, leave a kind comment below, hype it, share it with everybody you know. And if you've been here a while and haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button. And even if you think you're subscribed, please double check because YouTube does unsubscribe people. I hear it all the time. And if you want a better night's sleep, try Dream Sleep Powder for yourself and get up to 43% off with their super summer sale going on now using the link in the video description below and my discount code RVLIFE. I will see you next week. In the meantime, be happy, be free, and be kind.